SOE-GBT Clacc, man, I'm back with another reaction video, man. It's Reactions TV. I'm gonna keep on. I applaud the people that go out and go to work every day. And don't show no type of aggression, work exhaustion. Just rude, like rude characteristics. You feel me? Just you know what I'm saying, to their customers. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? What I don't like is the people that got jobs and they walk around all day looking like shit. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody that's walking through your fucking job do not really give a fuck if you work there or not, or have the job. You feel me? Like, I'm just saying. I mean, it's felons out here it's rehabilitated felons out here that would like to have your fucking job. You feel me? But you want to walk around at your job talking shit to your customers, being rude all damn day. But yeah, let's get into this Tommy G video, man. It's my first time reacting to a Tommy G video. My first time even watching a Tommy G. Well, myself, searching them up or whatever. But I think I watched them a couple times with DJ Ghost reacting to them.
Tiene poder en este lado de frontera.
Sí, pueden tirar balazos por la fence donde estábamos parados.
So what's the most you ever made in a week doing this?
I've made 100,000
in a week.
in one day.
Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid that is 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. Fentanyl is often included in other street drugs like cocaine. It makes the drugs cheaper, more potent, addictive, and dangerous. Users of these different street drugs usually are not aware that fentanyl is in the substance that they are buying.
Hello, I'm Tommy G. I'm a documentary filmmaker, and I spend much of my time diving into the underworld. Today, we... We take a look into the world of drugs and drug overdoses. America has more drug overdoses than any country on earth, by a lot. For the last few decades, we could point to crack, heroin, and meth as the usual suspects in this overdose tragedy. But in the last few years, a new drug has entered the scene to devastating effect: fentanyl.
Americans ages 18.
New drug has entered the scene to devastating effect: fentanyl.
Americans ages 18 to 45. The leading cause of death now isn't a car crash or a heart attack. It's a fentanyl overdose.
This is the single deadliest drug threat our nation has ever faced. Fentanyl overdoses kill more than 100. 150 people each day.
Investigators seized nearly 35,000 fentanyl pills, more than $300,000 in cash, and a number of guns and vehicles.
300,000 fentanyl pills and 11 pounds of fentanyl powder vacuum sealed and stuffed inside the gas tank of an SUV.
Deputies in Alabama raced to save a 1-year-old who allegedly was overdosing on fentanyl.
Fentanyl killed over 73,000 people in 2022, making it by far the most fatal drug in our country. As far as I can tell, there are a few main reasons contributing to the rise of fentanyl. First, the supply. There seem to be no consequences for the Chinese manufacturers making the drug, and their Mexican cartel business partners have been wildly successful at taking advantage of our poorly defended borders. The next issue we face is how much of our illegal drug supply is now being cut with fentanyl. In the drug dealer world, this is referred to as being stomped on. After speaking with many drug dealers, I found that most dealers have no idea how much of their product has fentanyl cut into it. Lastly, it takes an insanely small dose of fentanyl to kill somebody. It's been reported that as little as 2 milligrams are a fatal dose. That's as big as a few grains of salt. The main focus of this documentary will be coming to understand fentanyl's journey to and through America, how it starts in China, how it goes through Mexico, the process of smuggling it across the border,
was narcotics stuffed inside a car engine that somehow was still running,
how local dealers move it, how it makes its way across the country through our very own postal service, and finally, the devastation it's causing in cities across the country. Folks, this is the journey of fentanyl through America. We head to the border town of Nogales, where we speak to a fentanyl dealer that can give us the ins and outs of how the drug is smuggled across the border. Here's what we learned.
The Can-Am Riker. Ready for fun, thrills, and urban adventure.
Everywhere.
These cars have been impounded by Border Patrol, and they're giving you a warning that there's fentanyl within these cars right now.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Aquí nomás.
Mi primera pregunta es, ¿qué son las maneras o rutas que fentanyl llega a América?
Puedes ver las chaquetas aquí. Se brinca. Por aquí vienen los azules. Mira, está al otro lado. Ahí está un lookout. Mira.
This dealer seemed really paranoid about Mexican cartel members wanting to snipe us or shoot us across the border. I don't know how much of it was nonsense, but he was getting me paranoid too.
I'm a little nervous right now. I'm going to ask him about this, but there's snipers or shooters. Border Patrol warned us. Like,
guys in the south side, they don't give a shit about your channel. They want to make money. So if you're in their way,
we're not crossing.
Okay.
I'm a bit nervous.
The car that pulled in has a Sinaloa license plate.
Cuando fuimos caminando, ¿sientes ojos en nos?
Todo el mundo te está mirando. Todo el mundo está trabajando. Ahorita la frontera, como viste, está caliente ahorita.
La cartel tiene poder en este lado de frontera.
I ain't even gonna catch y'all. When that motherfucker fentanyl hit my streets, nigga. Listen to me, my nigga. I really think that's what these zombie movies be hitting at. When they was hitting that. You feel me? Them motherfuckers look like zombies out there, bitch. I walk outside, going to school. You just see motherfuckers just standing in the middle of the road like that. I'm like, the fuck? And it's like 6 of them doing it. I swear, I kid you not. And like, they went in a row or nothing, but they went in a row, like, but it was six people just slumped over, standing up, just slumped over, like. I'm like, damn, and my homeboy felt like, damn, fuck with them. Real. hit the streets hard. Then they had the Detroit niggas coming down here.
Por todos lados está Chicago, Nueva York tienen poder por todos lados.
Ellos tienen el poder a asesinato en Estados Unidos.
Sí, te pueden tirar balazos por la.
He was laughing. Yeah, he was laughing. Yeah, he was laughing. My son crazy. That nigga wake up laughing. Nigga just went to sleep. Wake up early. After sleeping for about an hour. It's 11 p.m. Nigga crazy. Tell me all nigga crazy. Yeah, when that motherfucker fitting out hit the streets though, in Knoxville, in my city, bro, that motherfucker, it looked scary. I wasn't even scared of nothing else. I was scared of them. I didn't go cap until I got, you know what I'm saying, until I restarted doing my thing and then shit. I think I dealt a lot of fentanyl for a second though. Especially after I got the penitentiary. But I had my son and my daughter. I had to quit that shit, man. Shit ain't worth it, bro.
La fence donde estábamos parados y tú pueden tirar balazos por ahí.
El primero ruta que fentanyl viene a Estados Unidos es por hombres que caminantes, son los otras maneras.
Si no, a veces cruzan por el Río Grande, ahí también pueden cruzar por la frontera con el carro.
Ellos capturaron.
Agarraron ese carro, como puedes ver.
Policía, Border Patrol.
Sí.
¿Qué piensas sobre esto?
No, pues nomás agarraron uno, van a ver más. Tumban uno, van a pasar 10.
¿Piensas que tienes un trabajo nervioso?
Sí, es mucho nervioso. Aquí hay mucha gente de la frontera aquí, mucho Border Patrol, policías. Entonces todo el mundo se pone nervioso.
¿Qué es la castigada si tú estás caught?
Pues a uno lo mete por años, depende, 20 años, 15 años, depende de la persona que agarren, con qué te agarran. Todo depende. Ahorita hay mucho demanda ahorita para los azules. Todo el mundo lo quiere en Chicago, Nueva York. Los precios están subiendo de todo.
Para este trabajo necesita comunicar mucho con el cartel.
Sí, muchos se tienen que comunicar, por eso cargan radio, no cell phones, nada de eso.
Tengo mucho miedo cuando pienso sobre cartel. ¿Qué es para tú?
El cartel no es mal, el cartel nomás quiere ayudar a gente, nomás queremos darle de comer a nuestra familia y es todo.
Hay muchas ciudades en Estados Unidos que afectan sobre los azules. ¿Qué sientes sobre esto?
No tienes que sentir como si nada, nomás es trabajo, nos pagan y es todo.
¿Es peligroso para tú hablar conmigo?
Sí, es muy peligroso. Ahorita pueden tirar balazos de ahí, de la frontera por acá.
¿Es la verdad que millones de azules entran a la frontera todo el día?
Millones de pastillas pasan por la frontera, por carros, por venes, de todo.
Es la droga más popular a vender, like heroin nada más, crack nada más.
Fentanyl es número uno. Azules son los número uno ahorita.
It's just interesting to hear it from the dealer perspective because everyone plays a little chain in the story. There's the Chinese chemist, there's the cargo ship operator that brings it over here, there's the guy at the port, there's the guy in the cartel that, hey, if he doesn't do it, maybe they get his family. There's a guy that brings it to the border, there's a guy that crosses the border, there's a guy that sells it to the border and somehow ends up in the hands of the addict. We just talked to a guy that gets it over the border. Now we're going to talk to a local dealer and see the differences in the game there.
I wanted to see how local street dealers were interacting with fentanyl. So we went to Tucson, Arizona at a very sketchy motel to hear it from the dealers themselves. Here's what they said.
my gosh.
This place is sketch heaven, huh? How have you seen blues change the game?
Drastic. It was like $25, $30 like 5, 6 years ago. Now that shit $1, knocking everybody off. I got family members died from that shit.
If I buy $1,000 worth of fentanyl, how much can I flip that for if I'm selling it piece by piece?
Depending on what you get your bills pills for, times that by $1, I mean, $1 times 1,000 pills. Come here, G. I see people bang out 2 pills at a time. So it's like you figure they get dope shit every hour or so. Say they're doing at least 1 to 2 pills every hour to 2 hours. So when they go to sleep, they don't nod out, but they don't really go to sleep. They come back up right away. They'll come back up like in the morning.
People don't sleep much on fentanyl.
They be not at all. They be like this. They don't be sleep. You know what I mean? They'll be like that, but they'll be awake.
We got presidential.
Telling y'all like zombies. I know how y'all used to think in the zombie movies, niggas be sleep, standing up. With zombies. Telling y'all with the fentanyl making. They're telling y'all, yeah.
Election coming up, 2024. Do you think the border and fentanyl should be at the top of the list for priorities for the next president?
These people want it, so it's gonna come down to the people. It don't matter who you vote for. But it's suburb kids too that dog the shit. They come to the hood and then they just, it's too much because their body's not immune to that, so they don't react the same. You feel me? Corner of one pill can be, get to the very end of that pill, that's the part that can. Now if you're popping the whole thing, you're putting it in your body all at once. Now if you're smoking, you do a little, and you chill. Little, and you chill. It's not a whole just boom. That's what's these people. It's because these kids is popping them.
You guys know that.
You know, so I don't really know. Maybe,
Do you guys ever feel bad for a customer?
I can't speak personally on that, but it's none of my business. Dog, that shit have people by the balls. Like, it have.
I mean, really, technically, I don't feel bad for, you know what I'm saying, doing what I did, you know what I'm saying, in my content that I used to have, you feel me, before I rehabilitated myself. I don't feel bad for who, you know what I'm saying, who my content was and what I was doing, what I missing, you know what I'm saying. Really, I mean, they was gonna get it from me or get it from somebody else. I mean, I was there to stop shop. You feel me? So, shit, I still don't feel bad. I mean, I rehabilitated myself, so I don't do it anymore. So, you know what I'm saying? But I don't feel bad. I don't think nobody feel bad. I mean, at the end of the day, money. You feel me? Money eats that a little bit, so you really don't even think about that. Like, I don't feel like you really think about, damn, I'm serving this person and shit, and like that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, my family hurt so bad, nigga, I need that $20, $30. You know what I'm saying? But here, come give me shit. You feel me? Real. I don't feel bad. And people gonna do it regardless. You feel me?
They have a whole different person, out of character. Right. Going against family, going against loyalty, going against their morals. You can't help but to lose respect, dog. That shit's hard not to. Like, I know it ain't a damn thing that I do, so make them stop. That's their choice, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I know when they put it today, man.
So if you were the U.S. president, would you put pressure on China to say, hey, cut down on that shit being manufactured in your country?
I'm like a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, me too. I don't believe that. And they never gonna stop this big business.
You think it's being made here?
Oh, no, I know it's not being made here within the country.
Mexico?
Everybody else, man. Who knows the government even on it too?
Where do you guys view yourself on the scale of good and evil?
Hard to go.
We're going to take you guys to the next part of this journey in this fentanyl world.
We hit the road to Phoenix to revisit the Zone. The Zone was one of the biggest homeless camps in America, but it recently got cleaned up by local law enforcement in the city after lots of angry Phoenix residents rallied together to get the homeless people off the streets. This is one of the hot spots of fentanyl in the country. Let's talk to the people on the street.
Is it the Chinese guy that's making it? Is it the Mexican guy that's selling it? Is it the dealer? Is it the user?
Chinese.
Can you tell people a little about your story and how you ended up on the street?
Man, I gave it a free when my wife passed away.
How long ago was that?
When I got out of prison about 7 years ago.
You got out of prison, your wife passed away. Man, what's your drug of choice?
Spice.
Spice? That's a crazy one. I did spice when I was a teenager. How much does spice have it cost a day?
$5.
There's people that they pay their taxes and they're mad that it goes to homelessness and addiction and drug addiction. What do you think about that?
We work for it.
You pay your taxes? How do you pay your taxes?
By working.
What do you do?
A regular job.
When did you notice that sweeping through the city or changing the city?
Like 4 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, don't get that twisted. I know a lot of people that don't have my house. They live on the street, but they got a job. All people that don't have a house don't got a job. Get this better right now. Y'all niggas that think that every homeless person y'all see on the street, I don't even call them homeless person. I just call them people with no house. They are. They don't have a house. Homeless just don't have a house. And they found a guy under the bridge, not too far from where I'm from. A guy with no house. In a sleeping bag, $1 million in that bitch. They said it might have been a little bit over $1 million in that nigga sleeping bag. So when some of these people in the home got more money than us, so get it twisted, man. Nobody be talking that shit about them folks, bro. You gotta understand how you used to live before you got rich. Shopping at Dollar Tree. You probably still shop at Dollar Tree. What are you talking about? Don't do that.
Maybe.
Do you think there should be harsher penalties for dealers? Do you think there should be more resources for the people addicted to it?
Resources for the people addicted to it.
Have you had any loved ones or any family members affected by fentanyl?
A lot.
And what is that like?
That's horrible. Sad. I was an addict too, but
How did you shake it?
just going to rehab.
And do you know people that have died from fentanyl?
Like probably like 30.
30 people?
Yeah, a lot.
How has it been being an employee where there's people on fentanyl all the time?
It's just kind of part of society. I don't know. It's pretty sad.
How many years did this go back?
Probably like the last 5 years.
Yeah? How bad has it gotten?
Really bad. The other day when I was going to the bathroom, there was like one of those pills on the floor and there's a little kid running around. It's just sad because he could have picked it up, you know. I'm just glad I found it before he did, you know.
Pursue your passion for working with animals through Penn Foster's online veterinary program.
At that moment, I don't even give a fuck. At that moment, that kid picked up that pill. The parents should still have DCS in that to take that kid. If I'm in a restaurant, my kid is not picking nothing off the ground. I'm picking up, I'm jerking his ass. I don't give a fuck. I don't like how I jerk him. He's not eating nothing off the ground. And then I ain't let my son pick up a toy that taking hands off the ground. Without telling him, like, son, that ain't yours, nigga. What you doing? So now, she said that this is an employee saying there was one of the pills in the restaurant on the ground, and the little kid was running around, and she was like, oh, if the little kid would have picked it up, now the parents should never let that kid pick that shit up. I promise you that. Some parents don't pay attention. They be on the phone. They be doing all that shit and don't pay attention to the kids. Oh, you ain't pay attention to your kids all the time. Fuck that. My kids ain't never on my side. My kids are on my side 24/7. I promise you. So they good enough to. They don't be. I'm mobbing me outside too, so they know how to move around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
We met both of you about 6-8 months ago. The zone was a completely different.
I still live with the hood shit. They get treacherous while back. I grew up, you feel me? I put the sacred daughters while the boy. The project, you feel me? They do all this. But shit, Came down to Tennessee, shit. That was another treacherous spot. Yeah, that's it.
From place.
The blues is ruining America and it's ruining, like, and that's why I say that shit. El Chapo, you feel me? They should have released him though. He told him, y'all don't release me, I'm gonna release the blue-eyed demon upon the world. They should have released him.
The first time we visited the zone was back in early part of 2023. This was our first time getting to see what fentanyl was doing to a city, and we wanted to learn more, but we had no idea where to look. Luckily, we met a resident of the zone who went by Miss Lady, and when she heard we were asking about fentanyl, she went around the corner to her dealer and came back with a handful of fentanyl and crystal meth. Here's how that conversation went.
I just buried my daughter last month from an accident overdose.
They said when you smell popcorn, that's when the blue is lit.
Sometimes.
Do you know anyone that can show us what it looks like?
What a blue looks like?
Yeah.
No, because ain't no one going to be brave enough. Oh, there you go.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
So that's fentanyl.
Yeah.
And how do you use like a
They
pill?
can smoke it.
No,
you
you
can
do
shoot.
yourself.
So that's enough to overdose on?
Yeah.
And how much do they need to get high?
One hit,
Like how much is that? They're like a tiny little crumble?
like a, it costs
Couple
up to
dollars.
$30.
That one pill is $30.
Sometimes.
And how long does that last somebody?
Like 5 minutes. Okay, my daughter was a methamphetamine user. At Christmas, she told me that she wasn't getting high anymore off of the meth, so she switched to crack cocaine. Well, she got some bad shit. So on a Friday, she overdosed.
It was laced with fentanyl.
And that crack cocaine was laced with fentanyl.
I'm going to take you guys to go contribute some fentanyl.
That all is for $20.
I have a hookup. This many pills can get your sucked.
Are sucks a common currency around here?
I don't know your man. Any man wants to suck.
So this is where I sleep at mostly, but it's really an extra space for people that might need it, like coming through or just need a spot for the night.
You welcome anybody or what?
Yeah.
Have you ever said no to a guest?
No.
How long have you been here, ma'am?
8 months, I think. About as long as he's been here.
What do you think of this place?
It sucks.
How has it changed?
They wiped all the tents out, road by road.
The city of Phoenix cleaned out the final block of the zone.
There used to be over 1,000 people in this area. Where have they gone?
But most of them sheltered. A lot of them spread out through the city. Some of them still here.
Different motels and shelters?
Yeah.
How come you guys haven't joined them?
I was the last man standing. I just couldn't leave and be in a hotel with my friends here. It was still intense.
What impact has fentanyl had on the city?
Devastating. It's
People
the
are
city's
dying.
worst nightmare. I stopped. Thank God that I almost died from it, to where now that was good enough for me not to do them no more.
Do you guys have loved ones?
I ain't gonna cap shit. Nigga, I had a little stint where I was, back days. Nigga, I used to love popping with some niggas. You know what I'm saying? And at this time, I used to be able to see my pop. 16 bars. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I take these 16 bars and probably be seized out somewhere on my shoulder. Nigga, my brother don't even know why I'm seizing out for real. You feel me? Real. But nigga, people go through shit though, man. So it get. I was a young nigga. I was 17, 18 and shit. Principal shit. It's a wild dude. Then I try to think, you know what I'm saying? Getting out, having kids, then going through what I was going through. I don't know. You feel me? I feel like I could go on another binge. You feel me?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I could go on another binge again, man. And party again, man, and shit. Didn't even take as many as I'm used to taking. Feel me? Next thing you know, I was in the hospital getting Narcan. Feel me? A couple years back, like what, 4 or 5 years back. Penitentiary and shit. About 4 years, 3 years back, 4 years back. 3 years back. Something like that. 2018. Yeah, I think I got like 2018 or something like that. I got out in 2018, August 18.
One's friends, family that have died from fentanyl.
I do, yeah.
How many people do you think you've known that have died from fentanyl?
3 here and 1 was relative.
With 7 drive modes, Nissan Path.
So who's to blame in this chain? There's the Chinese laboratory that makes them, and there's the end user, the addict. Who is to blame in that chain?
Ourselves.
If your family watches this, is there any message you'd have to them?
I'm okay. I don't like where I'm at, but this is what I'm living with right now, and this is where I'll be.
Do you have kids?
I do. I have 2, 130 and 135.
Is there anything in particular you'd say to them?
I still love y'all. I'm sorry you have to see me like this, but it's just a choice that I've made.
Hey guys, the experience was awesome. I think everybody that was here will be here. I think it's a choice that they make. I don't think anybody forced to be here, and I'm definitely not. To my sons and to my my ex-wife and them that worry about me and care about me. The last place I had, there was a fire. Everything was burned, but the only thing was left, a Bible and a pocket with the Bible was still working and undamaged. And that was a light and my key. And that gave me hope.
They were supplying pipes to people.
Pipes and syringes and everything else. It's a van. It pull up. So I don't understand that. Half of these motherfuckers gone because of that shit. I would believe. I would stay here too if I was an addict. The people that's here, they race to that van. The van here, the van here.
Like, my boyfriend been homeless since he's been 11 years old. His mom was a piece of shit. When he came to the zone, like 3 years ago, he made a home for himself.
Do you know what kind of childhood trauma he experienced?
Abused by women. His mom used to let her homegirls sexually abuse him and things like that. She'll make him go commit crimes so she can get money and stuff like that.
Is there anyone, a specific person you have in mind that you would like to send a message to that might watch this?
I want to send a message to my kid. All 3 of them, that it's not easy here, but I know that fight that I have to fight on my own, and when I get done they will see my face. And for my auntie and my mama and Lexus, y'all can kiss my ass.
I had a good mom. My mom raised me in the church. She did a good job. I did wrong on my own. Yeah, I just went to jail because a friend of mine got shot, and they took me to jail because they said me and my boyfriend know who shot him, and that's why I got an ankle monitor. Now I gotta go do 4.5 years in prison.
You have to go do 4.5 years?
For conspiracy theory on a murder, and I didn't do it.
You're guaranteed going to prison.
We're gonna stop that, man. Make sure shit crazy. We gonna stop that right there. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. She crazy. She real. She throw it out. But make sure y'all subscribe to this channel, man. Share my channel, man. Get these likes up on my channel, man. For real, man. Until next time, man. It's Blow.